Hey everyone, so listen, on today's episode, we're going to be discussing all the reasons why I think Tom Hardy would make an absolutely amazing James Bond, and that's going to begin right now. To say I am a Tom Hardy fanboy, I think would absolutely be an understatement of the year. I think he's one of the most incredible actors we have ever had, and he's just such an amazing experience watching on screen every time he's doing a movie. I remember seeing him in his first ever professional acting gig, which was in the Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks' miniseries Band of Brothers, and he was incredible at that. And then following on from that, even from such a young age, he was playing against Sir Patrick Stewart in his last Star Trek movie and holding his own. If that doesn't tell you that this person has talent, I don't know what will. And ever since then, everything I've seen him in has just been absolutely amazing. From his collaborations with Christopher Nolan, with like The Dark Knight Rises, Inception and Dunkirk, to his other films such as Legend and Bronson. Tom Hardy can just do so much. He is an absolutely incredible actor. And the concept of him becoming the next James Bond isn't actually something relatively new. There was a time after Spectre where we all thought Daniel Craig was hanging up the holster, and we thought it was going to be between Idris Elba and Tom Hardy. Now, I'll say right off the bat, I was certainly a Tom Hardy fanboy still to this day, and I was in his fan base and wanting him to be the next James Bond at that point. And I'm not alone. And I, myself, am very much in the mindset of it's probably now looking unlikely that he will be the next James Bond, but that doesn't stop me here in this video telling you all what I think he would have made, or still could be potentially, an amazing James Bond. And that's what we're going to look in today. But before we get into this, everyone, can I ask, if you haven't already, do like and comment and subscribe to the channel, please. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers for the end of the year, so if you can help us, it would be truly amazing. And don't forget to stay to the end to hear the big main reason why I think Tom Hardy should be the next James Bond. But that being said, let's get into right now the first reason. The first thing I want to bring up right here is his cross-generation appeal. One of the things I feel even more so now when it comes to the world of James Bond is you need an actor that not can only appeal to an older generation of fans, also a middle-aged level fans, but also a whole new generation of fans. And Tom Hardy can still do that. I still hear from younger generations who talk about his roles and really get excited by him. They know the name Tom Hardy. Same with old generations who know and respect the name Tom Hardy. He has a very great cross-generation appeal that can appeal to so many when it comes to James Bond. I feel he could really connect with the die-hard James Bond fans, the fans who have been there for years and years, who would be really excited to see him play the role of James Bond. And I also feel very strongly he could really help bring in a whole new generation of fans. I feel that's very important for the Bond series longevity, and Tom Hardy can absolutely do that. I don't know what it is about him as an actor that can just give this, but I think it's just down to the roles he picked. He really has picked amazing roles and worked with amazing people that has given them this appeal, and it would be great to bring this to Bond because, as I said, it will bring that new generation in and bring all the Bond community together really behind this one actor. My next reason is I still think he could do a couple of years. I've obviously heard from my sources that the intention behind the next era of James Bond is they want to release films regularly, roughly every 3 years. And yes, while Tom Hardy is certainly more on the older side of what they're potentially looking for, even if they keep to this 3-year plan, based on how he looks and how he looks after himself, he could do still at least 3 films. Now for me, I very much like an actor who will do a long time in the role of James Bond, and I still think it's criminally annoying to this day that we only got 2 Timothy Dalton James Bond movies. But I think if you were to cast Tom Hardy now, you could still potentially get 3 films out of him. Now I think it would be really cool if we could look back and see this as the Tom Hardy James Bond trilogy of movies. I think that could be a really interesting thing to look back on, and it would also be really useful to me, as then we will have had 7 actors all doing a different number of films, and I don't know why, but that just does mean, in a weird way, a bit of a lot to me. My next reason, which I really can't understate so much, is that man has the most unrealistic, charismatic charm and appeal I have seen since Sean Connery. It's fair to say that Sean Connery really had this unbelievable, heavenly gift appeal of charismatic charm, And, you know, while some people might feel Roger Moore had a bit of it and Brosnan had a bit of it, it's nothing compared to what Connery had. It was crazy how Connery, even when he was made to look dark and dirty, still had this charm and appeal. And look at Tom Hardy, because I think he has something on the same level as Sean Connery. Whether he's playing the villain like in Bane from Batman or the Cray twins in Legend, or whether he's playing a bit of a hero in Inception or in Dunkirk, that man's charm and charisma just oozes from him onto the screen and just affects us all. It really is quite incredible, and it's a real thing I would love Bond to come back to really have much more of a charismatic charm and appeal. The ability to ooze that charisma when you're either being in a really nice white knight version or a real dark knightish version. And Tom Hardy can, without a shadow of a doubt, just do that so incredibly well. I want Bond to be a bit more charismatic and charming again in the next iteration, and that to me is another really strong reason why Tom Hardy should be the next James Bond, because he will deliver that. It's no secret that Tom Hardy is a massive fan of the James Bond series, like Christopher Nolan. He adores it, he worships it, he respects it. And whenever you have an actor who comes into a property and a franchise like this, who is such a massive fanboy, to me, throughout whole of history, the results have always been the best. I look at references to David Tennant, to Peter Capaldi in Doctor Who, great doctors who were such fanboys of it, really bringing it to a whole new level in Endgame. And I feel Tom Hardy, with that same oozing charisma and that loving, real cherishment of the franchise and real care and diligence, he will bring to the world of James Bond. How can you not get excited about the concept of a true, real fan who cares about it more than maybe so many other people, being the forefront, centre and the face of the franchise? To me, that is just, without a shadow of a doubt, a very important criteria to have, and it's a great thing that I would really love to see the franchise get. And my last big reason why I think Tom Hardy should be the next James Bond, quite simply, and this is the best way I can put it, he is well and truly a chameleon actor. Now, if you look at actors from the history, such as like Lon Chaney or other great actors who really just disappear into their roles, without doubt Tom Hardy is a chameleon actor. He just dives into a role and becomes that role, whether it being Bane in the Batman movie, or whether it being his gentleman thief in Inception, or his RAF pilot in Dunkirk, or the Cray twins, or Charles Bronson in, oh my god, what an amazing performance that was. He really just like disappears into his roles, and you truly only can see him. It's the true honour and the most brilliant character acting performance I ever see when it comes to Tom Hardy. And again, thinking about all the other things I've said in the past, wouldn't you really love to have a true, like, this generation's definitive chameleon actor just becoming James Bond? The mind boggles of how brilliant it could be. I would love for someone who's playing James Bond to really just dive in and become that character more than ever. The ability that Tom Hardy has just to literally divest himself of himself and really become the living embodiment of James Bond in the movies. Just, I'm getting excited just talking about it and just theorizing it with you all right now. This is my biggest reason why I think Tom Hardy should be the next James Bond, because of his chameleon acting prowess. I just want that talent shoved into the James Bond franchise, and to give it something fresh and new and really give us a new performance of James Bond. In fact, truly, well and truly, more than any other actor, bring the James Bond character well and truly to the big screen like we've never seen it before. Right, everyone, that is the end of today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I want to know, what are your thoughts about Tom Hardy? Do you like the concept of him being James Bond? Do you not like it? Do you agree with everything I've said? Do you disagree with it? I want to know. Comment down below and tell me your own thoughts and opinions on this. Now, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and do join us next time, where we're going to have a bit of a fun video with James Bond Multiverse of Madness. Till then, everyone, I'm the Bond Geek. Stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.